You're watching A Closer Look. Mangroves and corals degradation is an issue faced by people living along the coastal areas. The people of the Motu Koita area in the nation's capital has embarked on a rehabilitation journey to try their best to restore their mangroves and corals to a more healthier state compared to their current state.
In the past, there was no issue in relation to mangroves and corals as they were well managed and taken care of, with a lot of sea creatures residing along the coastlines where the mangroves and corals were. Now it is different. Villagers along the coastline in the Motu Koita area go far and beyond to look for fish. The mangroves and corals have died out and are now replaced by rubbish which are being dumped into the sea. Pore Nalahara Electorate Councillor Eure Kea highlights the issue at end.
Currently, we have been, most of our mangroves have died out within the village, especially on our shorelines, because of the rubbish that inflooding into our shorelines, and we need a proper drainage system to be lined. At least we need support from the NCDC and the donors to support us to run this program, and we need especially the brainstorming session to be held within our respective areas to at least support this program within our communities.
Kea says it has now become normal for people to throw rubbish into the sea from their houses, and this has caused a lot of distractions to the marine life and the sea, as well as the mangroves and the corals.
People like living within the shoreline, they've been washing like close to the nearby houses, but at this stage we don't see them because of the black mud within the areas of our sections, especially our electorate, and we have made some photos from the Elevala side. The rubbish are all heaping up, and we strongly recommend that NCDC would come up with the engineering department at least to, we recommend culvert to be installed to cater for the current and the flowing of the waters within our areas.
Kea further added that in the past, people used to go for a swim in the sea near the shorelines where their homes are located. However, these days they cannot do that due to the piled up rubbish in the area. With the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the National Capital District and the Motu Koita villages, together with the partners like US Embassy and Kaima, they are looking forward to some positive changes in those areas. Kea is now asking the NCDC team for more awareness to be made to the villages to help cater for these and bring back the mangroves, corals and fish.
There are a lot of things contributing towards the killing of our reefs and corals within our areas, like rubbish not being properly managed, and we need to make more awareness within our village and to ensure that we have to engage our local youth to do this cleaning program from the support of the donor agencies, especially the youth, at least to give them a...
National Capital District City Manager Ravu Frank gave assurance that they will do more awareness programs to be carried out by the NCDC health team with the help of partners like Kaima and the US Embassy.
Thankful to the partners for spearheading this, and on behalf of the board, the chairman, the governor, and the board and management, I'd like to announce that we stand prepared and we will give our commitment 110% in these efforts to protect the mangrove and the coral in the city. shores. You are the experts in this area. We are the authority, and we'd like to work with you to protect this very, very important asset. NCDC subsidizes the waste collection for Motokoita. So annually we give them a subsidy, and Motokoita do their own waste collection. But having said that, our NCDC waste team and health also run awareness programs. So that's what we want to sort of emphasize more. So we'll roll out awareness into the Motokoita coastal villages.
He says it is a challenging situation that demands attention from government agencies and stakeholders. Ravu says the Motokoita villages are extending towards the mangrove areas, which they will evidently cause issue to the marine life.
The coast of NCD, where most of the Motokoita villages are, people are actually encroaching into mangrove areas, chopping mangroves. These were at one time, and are still, the livelihoods of the local people in here. The marine life, they depend very much on. But I think today, everyone is leaning towards the civilized world.
Kea also shared the same sentiments and says fishing for the villagers is also a challenge, as fishermen have to sail out into the deep seas to at least catch fish to either sell or feed their families.
If people fishing within the areas of our coastline, we are now traveling very, very far to look for fish, because we don't have corals and mangroves within our areas that like fish don't come and survive within those because of those dead corals in our areas.
City Manager Ravu Frank says the NCD governor and the team stands ready to support the villagers in protecting the mangroves and corals, and also to do the rehabilitation work.
And that's all we have for this episode of A Closer Look. Join us same time next week for another episode. From the entire team, thank you for watching and have a pleasant evening.